Hello everyone, and welcome to Vesper Story Time. Kelp, Jelly, we thank you so much for that host, I appreciate that. It's been quite some time since we've last done Danganronpa. Last week we were supposed to have that Wednesday stream, and then life got out of control, and I had to cancel it. But here's the cool thing. Oh my gosh, where's my phone? On my person somewhere. Is everyone wants to play all of them? Well, that's the thing. I do have each one, and I am planning to do the full franchise. I wasn't sure if people wanted a break in between, or if we're going to just zoom right through. So it's actually quite nice to see that there's enough people want to actually just go through the whole series. There's something to be said when you're able to follow a narrative from beginning to end with no breaks in between. You could join it right at the start of the stream. Who knew? Vito, hello again. I admit, I am surprised and honored that you are willing to sit in the stream as long as you have, just waiting for it to go live. Ooh. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the pre-stream start. Well, I guess the stream started, but pre-game beginning announcement. Normally, I do not stream on Tuesdays. Ooh, like a whole snap. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're going to make me blush. Look how red I am. So, yeah. Fixing your Danganronpa cosplay so you finally understand. Yes! Perfect. All right. So, normally, I do not stream on Tuesdays. I usually stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. However, to make up for the fact that I was unable to stream last Wednesday and you all missed out on this lovely Danganronpa, we're going to stream tomorrow as well. We're going to do a makeup stream. So I'm going to make an announcement in my Discord and my Twitter tomorrow. Or, well, later tonight after the stream. Just letting everybody know we will be continuing with some more Danganronpa tomorrow. So it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing but Danganronpa. We are going to finish this first game. We are going to start the second game. Do a makeup stream. Well, let's see. What I have here, so this way everybody can see, is some medicated lip balm. Very great for chapped lips. What I do is I unscrew it. Just like so. As you can see, there's some side. Now, you use your finger. You put it inside. Some people like to use a little applicator. You know, well, the finger is all right. And you just apply it gently to your lips like so. And you can, pull your lips back so you get in all the cracks. Spread it around. And there we go. It really helps with chapped lips. I think I was supposed to leave after 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, so let's just get it in here. I started it nice and early as well. So this way I could get in and spend some Monokuma coins because I don't know if I will have time to spend them on gifts or not. But Chapter 5 Trial. As it's been a hot minute, let's reopen this e-handbook and reacquaint ourselves with what we found out so far. Alright, so due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. You know what? Let me just quickly enable something here. Routing. Hello? Hello? There we go. Alright. I was just enabling it so I could hear myself in my ears as well. Jeez, you're just in time. Perfect. Got a bottle of water today. You're prepared? Awesome. I am prepared as well. Alright. So due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So they've been wounded before, and my thoughts were that because they were hidden somewhere in the school. So who done it? Hey, yeah, geez, that's I don't know yet. Are you sure you're not sponsored by it? Sponsored? Now, okay. We found out based upon there's fake nails, the dog tattoo there, that this is probably the ultimate despair girl. Why, hello there, bait sauce. How you doing today? Now, the problem with this is I find it odd that they would introduce there's this whole the ultimate despair, the all big Rambo girl, and she's dead before, you know, anything even happens. Now, I don't think Kyoko did it. Now, the only person that had access to her room to have the wooden key to open the things is Byakuya. So he's suspect number 1 right now. And he was the one who started disassembling the Monokuma doll, or bear machine thing. So he obviously knows how to handle these things, and he knew it was a bomb to go set up. And leading us around and stuff and trying to make us... Yeah, I don't know. So far, he's my main suspect. But my question is, what was the 16th student doing this entire time? Were they actually locked up in another area of the school? And because also they weren't in any of the trials when he refuses to start the trials without everyone there. And everyone has to vote. So what's up with that? They knew about the motion sensor trigger? What if figuring out this murder figures out the mastermind? You know, you see, geez, that makes a good point, because at the same time, they also had the key to the room. So if they were in cahoots with the mastermind, and then like that, the Monokuma door was locked and closed, so we couldn't get in while Monokuma was dancing around. So obviously the other person's in there. So it could be a 2-person mastermind thing, or mastermind's forcing them to help him. And as such, technically, yes, they were in the trials because they were the ones controlling the Monokuma doll. Who knows? Let's see. Whoop. Let's set our skills. I don't think I got anything new, did I? Oh, I did. No. I don't think Hina really gave us anything. Yeah, no. I ain't cool enough to have more skills. Oh, wait, what's this? 2 statements at once, yes! Trial, class trial, all rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I'm glad that they showed him being taken apart, because I always thought he was just like a small bear, like animatronic bear that popped up, and that's why he was so quick going around like wee. But it's like, why are they scared of him? And yeah, but now that he's actually like human-sized bear, I'm pretty much just like, oh.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
And then I was wondering why Sakura was having such a hard time fighting it when they were doing it like to almost a standstill there in that one battle. It's like, it's just a little bear, what the hell? But yeah, considering it's almost as big as her, like this gigantic metal robot bear thing.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Big bear. All the more to love, hug, and cuddle with, right?
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
There is an explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Oh, hero. I want her to say, boo.
She has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because...
I'm glad to know that the rest of her body is and stuff. Your heart is racing so much. You love the ending? Excellent. Well, I'm glad that you're able to tune in for this one.
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
You and me both.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Which is ridiculous.
Then
She's
let's
right
compare
there.
Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
My mic is not louder than normal. I actually turned it down since last time.
Her
The game is
traits.
quieter because it's Danganronpa and I can't control it. No matter every stream, it almost seems like some parts of it are higher, some parts of it lower, and there's nothing I can do for this game. There's nothing I can do. I've tried adjusting all kinds of sound settings and it doesn't listen. I've turned some all the way down, some higher, some... I give up. I'm hoping Danganronpa 2 will be a bit more controllable. The only thing I can keep even inconsistent is the mic. Sir, have you tried to uninstall? You're right, let's do that right now. Kyoko have that the corpse does not. Wow. She's breathing. What important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong her? Her gloves? Face? I mean, she's got everything. I guess her face. That's the most important. The glare. I forget that the body was wearing a mask? Oh, okay. The fact that we never saw the face is what got us stuck in this pointless argument to begin with.
Shoot!
Oh no! I have been a bit embarrassed. Corpses can't glare, yep. So it's the gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Hello, and thank you for contacting Microsoft support. Your call is very important to us, and if you please just hold on the line, we'll be with you as soon as we can.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Well, he's so pleased with himself about that, too.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Did not like that voice. Does that have painful memories for you, Fino? Being left on hold for hours and hours on end. Lord knows that has the same thing for me. Sound like when you're a speaker? Exactly. The whole point was supposed to sound like a speaker, because honestly, that's what I do. I put the phone on speaker when I'm on hold. So this way I can hear it, but I can be on the computer or doing something else.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
There's no way I'm holding up the phone to my head the entire time. Like,
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
why don't you just start yelling here? Stupid, stupid, stupid! There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. If I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. It's... I find it so dumb that I don't... I don't have any choice but to prove... she's right there! Go slap him, please. Tattoo on right hand, exploded body.
That Kyoko
But how
is
do you
just
know?
a ghost.
Shit.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Yeah.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I hear ya. I know that body isn't good, and I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
What was the whoops! No! I didn't mean to fire that. What was the exploded body analysis? That doesn't really say anything about that. Because we're stuck on the school. Yeah, fake nails on gloves. That's... They're wearing... Oh, yep, and long fake nails you would not be able to wear on gloves.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
You watched it.
The dead body
You
wasn't
watched
wearing
it
gloves.
all.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
I
she
see.
was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Steven winning fanfare.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Woo!
'Cause that
No!
corpse is
Curses!
absolutely...
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I fired it too slow.
That
Let's go again.
The dead body
they got burnt up.
then she was wearing gloves.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Pow!
No, that's wrong.
Right.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yeah, I mean, look how close. They're like this far past their fingers.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands.
Don't end
right?
this stream just because you're here. Metallic is only once. It was only the one time. The one time. And then, you know, now that I've learned the joy that is having you here, now that you're here, it's just gotta go on. It just has to. Do it. End the stream. Oof. Oof. Okay, we've got one vote to end it, one vote not to.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Somehow, I don't think you know women very well either, Hero.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Man, there's the war going on.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
No, I won't. I won't do it because I'm afraid if I end the stream and then if I go to restart it, my transcode settings, they'll be gone. Gone, I tell you.
And that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first
What a
thing I
waste of
said.
time.
You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Then stream a restart. It can mess up. Oh yeah, it could actually. Tattoo on right hand. That should be it.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
It just hit you.
The
Whoa.
face was scorched beyond recognition,
Yeah.
and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
All right, we can. Thanks to the tattoo on the hand.
If Kyoko really, then who died?
there's gotta be. I don't think so.
Being transmitted all over the world. It's
Scorched,
true.
and there wasn't any well, if we can't identify.
No,
the
no, no,
Then
no.
there's nothing else we can do, right?
Oh. Spinning helicopter of doom.
Kyoko really, then who died?
There's gotta be
Yeah,
some
because you
reason.
went and watched
And there
all
wasn't
the
any
show,
description
so
in
now
the
you know.
Well, if we can't identify the body.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
You said goes prove it wrong. Yeah.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
From a guy who's afraid of ghosts.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh, Toko. Just imagine the embarrassment of his parents. I know, right?
Really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The
Oh,
identity of
spoils.
the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
we've got other people in chat that don't know either. It's going to be a surprise for all of us. It's going to be great. Compare the tattoo to other information. We have the victim's identity should become clear. All right, so we need to. Was this it? Oh, Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, for the group there.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is the tattoo on her hand. Wait, OL. Wait, I'm confused. What the heck is this supposed to be? Wolf. Gotcha. Okay. It's supposed to be what is Fenrir. Okay.
Now I understand.
Spell wolf. Yeah. I didn't know what they were trying to get me to do there.
The
Because I already knew what
representation
Fenrir
of
was.
is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge,
Cute.
world-ending beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
It's a shame she's dead so quick.
Isn't she the one that was
Without
behind this
stuttering?
whole thing?
It's true, isn't it? It's because she's something she was confident in.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
So far, we still don't know where the headmaster is. So it could still be the headmaster for the mastermind. Oh, Vitalik, don't give things away.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead?
You can whisper it to
Vitalik
Cheese.
who I
Send it in a
saw?
private message. You guys can chat through that.
No, it means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Just another
But I
pawn.
mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So why would she say that to
So
us?
that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Oh, the stutter's back.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Oh.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
It couldn't chip in on that when Hiro was asking about Kyoko being the body, considering Kyoko's right
Uncovering
there.
the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
Although, to be fair, the rest of the world that is watching this might be sitting there collectively also groaning and being amused by Hiro's utter Airheadedness.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Did you hear his voice? Soon enough. He will vote against you for not believing in ghosts. I
The reason we're
know.
having a class trial is because
What?
a murder
What?
among
Guitar?
the students has
Come on,
taken
man.
place.
Kyoko's a ghost! Ah!
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
I mean, you gotta give it to Hiro here. Technically, all of a sudden, the 16th person comes out of nowhere. So him suddenly saying, "Oh, the baby, there's a 17th." He's not entirely wrong. You never know at this point.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one
What?
of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Now, the funny thing is, while looking around online for different camera effects I can use for my webcam, you see the shaky thing that they're doing way over there? I could actually do that effect for my webcam too, so this way I'm sitting here, I'm just doing that. I can then go, "What?" Just start shaking the same
Get a
thing.
hold of yourself. We've
But I was
already
like,
narrowed down the
no.
list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, you get sick. That's just the thing. Yes, it'd be the style the same, but even I can't stand looking at those cameras when they're shaking like this. It just. So we know there can only be two suspects. From the headmaster, Toko and Genocide Jack. He thinks that it's going to be this. That's what he's going to say.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko
Oh, wait.
and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Because the knife was in his room.
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
If the death happened during the evening. The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Yes.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
What time was the body discovered? Oh, geez. I don't remember. I think it was 9 o'clock.
I got it!
She was very
The
adamant
body
about
must
the
have been
time.
discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the
Haha.
pickaxe.
Thank you for backing me up in chat. 9.1. I thought it was like 9.10 or something. In which case, the 9.1 would technically, I guess, maybe kind of get close to working. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, we'll get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. And he's so stickly about that time right there.
It had to be around then.
So that's when she found the body.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure
Bam.
about it.
Okay, so now I've got an alibi for that. Hey, Lucky D, how's it going?
Which
Welcome,
means from
welcome.
10 p.m.
Have you been?
to 7:30 a.m. You don't have an alibi.
Or happened between 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. I have an alibi from 7 p.m. till 7:30, but that's okay because the sprinklers. The game has begun. I can't provide an alibi for that period. Then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Sprinklers, exactly. That's what I need.
We've established a time frame for the
Okay,
murder.
yeah, it's
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock
4 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
to 7:30.
Woo! Whoops. I went a little fast on that. My bad.
We've established a time frame. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have
Have I been
any
doing side
objections
content?
now would
Yes.
be
However, I was doing the side content was me looking at every single spot, every single chapter, and that ate up a lot of time during the first 3 chapters. After I think the 3rd chapter was finally when I was like, nope, forget it. I'm clearly getting enough coins just from the trials. I'm not going to worry about it. Because I thought I was worrying about getting a lot of the coins to make sure I had gifts. Yeah, so there's sprinklers, and the only other option
established a time frame for the murder.
is the 10.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Shkabloom.
No, that's wrong.
Interacts a lot with chat. That is true. I love you all too much. I
The murder
can't
couldn't
just
have
sit here and
happened
not
anywhere near
interact
10
with you.
o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Ooh, Toko. I can't say I've ever heard it described that way before. Oh man. Let's see. Check. Stream's marked as mature. Okay. Good. Yep.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Oh, she could have a good comeback about that too.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
And it proved that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. I guess at that point she was already blown up far, far away, so she wouldn't know that I splashed it with water. She just hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Look at the body itself. That should make it clear. A moment of truth. Oh.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you.
Final strike.
How can you say it wasn't the...
This should prove it.
Well, that's some brain damage. You never know.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Oh,
I'm
Toko.
so sick of her.
Oh, Toko.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
And who gave me the water and demanded that I throw it on her?
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder...
Still wondering
must
where
have
that missing
taken
chicken
place
is.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime.
Toko's
between
doing worse
then
than usual?
and when the
Yes.
body was discovered in the
Yes,
blood.
she is.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night.
Oh, my cords are
7:30 this morning,
tangled.
right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
No
In
chicken
which
nuggets,
case,
please.
The only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
The only one? Yeah. You know, Makura's killer is. Oh, I refuse to believe it.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
If we vote for her, and she's not the killer, we all die anyways. If we vote for her, and she is the killer, then we can live, so...
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Hmm?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Yeah, she'll be known as this mouth.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Oh dear.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
Yeah, I'm wondering if she was malnourished and ended up... Like, let's put it this way. She was trapped for how long? Like, I'm not entirely sure how many days have passed from the very beginning. She could have been dead the entire time from lack of food, lack of water. She's been previously hurt. Who knows? Exactly, previous wounds. I'm trying to escape.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Now we have to try to explain her innocence.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Ooh. She's trying to pin it on me now? Ooh.
Huh?
That's rough.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it.
She's going to mention the tarp.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Because the tarp was dirty.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been a tarp? It's a tarp! One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
I know the dirty water, like, how did they get it that dirty? What did they do with the tarp after? Did they, like, throw it into the dirt?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? I thought we were best friends. Why does she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, that tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body, oh yeah, there was the knife.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
Don't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. I'm not going to die. Shut up! I'm innocent, I swear, I swear. I think it was the body exploded analysis. This is the one where it says the knife was in the body, right? No, that wasn't it. Not the fragments. What was the other one? Body before the explosion. Yep, there we go. Knife and thrust, blood stains, bleeding. Yes. Why is she?
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Okay. Yep.
The underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Oh no! I was too gung-ho. I thought it was going to be something else.
Shoot.
I gotta take the time to stop and read it. I was like, it's obviously going to be the very next thing after Makoto's done talking.
But the underside, it was totally
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There. That's the
No,
one.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, What if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Hmm? Little camouflage.
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something
We
like
covered that already. We fuming.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
I beat you both. I beat you both. She's an hero.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Oh.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Not the chicken! Oh no! Oh no!
I got it!
Remember they gave the chicken to the plant.
Chicken blood?
what? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying...
You are
someone killed
AV,
the
yes.
chickens And then cover the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken
She did her
went
own
missing,
research. Yes,
which
she did.
provides a basis for my
That's why
theory.
she was late.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
How much blood does the chicken have?
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait.
No, it was on
No.
top.
The head was through the
Oh.
neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
Well, remember, each murder's been in a new area, so she knew that it had to have been in one of the new areas up at the 5th floor. So it could have been in like only a couple rooms. So she could quickly run to one room, run to the other, and then, being the Supergirl she is, she probably just activated her X-ray vision, went bzzz, and then knew everything, and then ran back to where we were. Super high school level detectives, exactly. She has a Ghost
they
Rider
pulled
helping
the coat
her.
over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
I mean, look at her eyes. She could have X-ray vision. You never. Ah! It could be true.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But
Hmm.
to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after
The
the
best
sprinklers went
onions.
off?
Love some nice purple onions.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Ah! Now, here's the really interesting thing. What if Makoto is the killer? What if he dies and it turns out, and then we just move on to somebody else, and it turns out Kyoko was the main character all along? And so we continue going on through it. And as such, it totally throws a whole twist on everything. Makoto was the secret mastermind after all. I don't know. Oh, she's accusing me. What's up with that? She's still mad at me for not trusting her.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Oof, and the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I'm half expecting to say, there's something new to be added to the trial. Do you want to know how it works?
It looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No.
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded,
The
right?
one that was supposed to be in my room.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Wasn't me, I swear. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. What to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we
Sure.
gave to Makoto?
Because for so long she had the time for it and she could have said that. Yeah. But I make a choice here soon. Oh, make it your own choice. Exciting. Okay. I'll stop reading chat.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I lied, I'm still reading chat. Saying well true, Makoto wouldn't be able to pull out something like this. Yeah. I wouldn't be sure of what actually couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Oof. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. This guy's dead body, exploded body. Now is this fragments near the dead body? Oof.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Okay.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Yes.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So
Wait. Nope, that's not it. It had also been struck in the head with a metal pipe. That's the Monokuma file.
you
Oh.
took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What
Tap,
a
tap.
horrible man you are, Makoto.
Oof. Later established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means that the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The nut.
Yeah, so it wasn't the exploded body analysis. Fragments? No, it wouldn't be the fragments either. which means it has to be disguised dead body. That was the one that we just found out and explained. Later, when they removed the tarp, the assassin placed the white jacket on the body. Yes, because the knife had to go through the jacket, right?
It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
I was afraid of it too,
If he
Hina.
did have that knife before, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically.
Well, getting stabbed is what.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no!
So there's no question.
Ah, I just missed
You
it.
took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Terrible,
The
terrible
knife we
person.
found, it's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had the knife, that automatically.
Well, getting stabbed is what.
No, that's
You
wrong.
had the fever. Probably hit her with a pipe on the head and she's trying to kill you.
Wait, hold on.
Could be.
The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember?
We're talking to Hiro here. The odds of him remembering anything.
Killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Have twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Stabbed a single time with the knife.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
So much
Probably
camouflage.
stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Mr. Bicklater is about the only one who has the knowledge of bombs that I know of.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
I'm wondering where the heck the bomb was. No. No. No, easy idea. Well, I was just sitting here, I was wondering where that bomb was that blew it up from the Monokuma one. Because when we saw it in the gym, it was a decent sized bomb. So then I was thinking, did they cut off that girl's head? And then they had put that bomb there? Because with that mask, made it seem like it was a head. So when they went to lift it up, that's what triggered it, it exploded. But there's still that head that's sitting there after, though, so that wouldn't work. Because it still has some of the hair and what have you. So yeah, she's still got the head.
If you bother
Hello,
to put
Zajan.
that
We're just
lump
talking about
of gray
exploding
matter
heads.
between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
How you doing today,
I'll
Zajan?
tell ya, I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I
Oh,
might be
boy.
dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Go for the explosion. You mean the fragments?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
I just spelled from that sound before. Yeah. And now we have Erotic Hangman, brought to you by Danganronpa.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
To determine what ultimately killed the victim, need to concentrate. Make your argument. Open with file number 5.
Then shall we continue?
Stab simple time. Struck with the head with object with thick metal pipe.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Nope.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Right.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Okay.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
Wait. Those were at least several days. Okay. Burnt fresh, which only leaves.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
she was...
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I mean, that's right. I have an object less thick as a metal pipe.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds
Less.
across her entire body.
That's the only bullet I have.
Then shall we continue the debate?
So unless I'm supposed to grasp them, because they're all right.
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her
Oops.
for sure.
I think I have to grab the fatal one.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim's
Oh.
fatal...
The explosion didn't
Yeah,
kill her
grab
for
the
sure.
pipe.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of then there's a
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on
Okay,
the
so
back
we'll
of her
do the
head.
back of the
More
head,
than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
and then which
Then shall we
leaves
continue
right
the
up
debate?
here.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Oh,
The explosion didn't kill her.
apparently I can't go through the purple things, so I have to blow them up.
Oh yeah.
Destroy.
And more than that, the victim
Hey,
had
Eddie
suffered
Bear,
countless
thank you so
wounds
much for that.
across her
Ulrich, you have
entire
yourself
body.
a wonderful evening. I hope you're having some fun times tonight.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury.
Anna,
has
you
yet
can't
to
be
be
clean.
determined,
What are you
correct?
talking? That's not it. Oh wait, it changed.
Shoot!
Because I fired that one bullet, I have to go
Then
grab
shall
it
we
again.
continue
The victim's
Oh
fatal
my
injury-
goodness.
Explosion didn't kill
Well, yeah.
and it wasn't because of then
I didn't realize that it was only, I thought it would stay
That's gotta be
copied.
it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
My
The
bad.
victim had suffered countless wounds across her
Beard looks
entire
thicker.
body.
Well, it could be.
Then,
Always
Continue to
growing.
debate
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
There.
No, that's wrong.
Whew. You can be clean. You made your best meal today. Is another one of your
Mukuro
fancy
died
dishes?
Because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
I made some delicious chili the other day, along with some spaghetti and a nice meat pasta sauce. Made enough chili, like I got this huge pot, so this way we made enough to freeze for some other meals too.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
I will put the link up to watch at a later time. Cow herder? Oh dear. All right, it's in my thing to go watch after the stream. You know, Guitar, Anna's the perfect person that would have actually been very pleased with that in this game. Both one nice. Oh, I still need to get myself a nice lumberjack type shirt. I do want one.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
That was a dramatic representation of how he killed her. Well, we have blood on the arrows. So it could be because they're aluminum. He probably had a bundle of arrows and smacked them across the head. Jokes you missed. We're talking about a wet mouth down south. Because she's calling Makoto a perv. We're talking about, yeah, it was pretty special. and then when they were sitting there afterwards, saying, no, the bottom half was completely dry, only the top half was wet, and then she screams out, "What? He left the bottom half completely dry, only the top half? What maniac!" So I was like, oh, where's Ada? She missed her time to shine.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground.
It's okay if you don't remember. I've got to watch it later. This way we can keep this rolling, because it looks like there's a good minute and some on that.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Yes, some made chilies. Just the chilies and some spaghetti.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
A real murder weapon. Alright, where is it? Where's that bundle of sticks? Titanium arrows. Now just make sure that is the correct one. Okay.
I got it! Mukuro was hit.
Come on, where's the picture?
And that's what killed her.
I don't really take pictures of my food. I'm sorry. It's tough. I only do what I remember, and at that point, it's like when I'm halfway done eating it. So you get pictures of it either just slopped onto the plate before it's about to enter my gullet, or the after effects of just the bones. I'm too busy going. Nom, 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 nom.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare
Don't
you
blame.
talk, Master?
You find the key to that locker in Kyo's room, of which Byakuya had the key to get in. He was the only one with the key to get in. That's why I was saying he's my prime
I'm
suspect.
just saying what I think.
One more thing. Our secrets. Oh, did you find it, Fino? Did you find the clip?
The titanium arrow.
I
It was in the dojo locker, right?
Thank you.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
Because of the bloody duct tape.
It
That's why.
seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Click, click. I can do that.
Back to Master. You have no right.
Okay, I know the duct tape held them together.
The titanium arrow.
It was in the dojo.
I have no doubt that was the murder
Are
weapon.
you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. Right? It seems like an arrow would just be too
Phew.
thin.
No, that's wrong.
Outstanding. Jolly good, sir.
You're
Jolly good.
Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why
I
the
can hit
killer
them
used another
sometimes.
weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Get her talking about literature, something she knows about.
Damn, that's
No
harsh.
stutter.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know
do
what
not.
will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Have evidence? Must be connected to that dojo locker. Someone block key. Phew.
I got it! The one
Exactly.
thing that
I mean, she
Kyoko
couldn't have
was
got in her
dojo
room.
is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
Because he got that before the evening was even announced.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Now, my theory is that she was deliberately blaming me because at that point in the trial, we needed certain facts to come to light first before everybody got too like, oh no, it's this person, and refusing to go look at any other evidence. We needed to go along to be like, okay, yeah, I was hit over the head, and the fact that we're walking through it to make sure so this way I can prove that it wasn't her or me.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Fox actually knows it's not you, but she needed me to defend myself to show the others that it couldn't be me or the others.
No.
She's smart
it's
that
not
way.
That I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Thank you. I knew I was right in befriending you. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone. For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Oh.
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Oh. It's happening. Know better than anyone? What does that mean? When the body was found? No.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Let's just double check when the body was found. I don't know how that's going to
Is that what you're saying?
tie into any of this.
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Mm-hmm.
Those words you just spoke.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no!
You stated
I
a
got it.
theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker.
Oh
and
wait.
then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Yeah, I think this and the
But
proof.
Could I really have done
Or
that?
this is the proof. That's what I'm going to say.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly.
Because that's the
I'm
proof.
not
She
the
couldn't have
killer.
gotten in there.
You should understand that.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Bam! Yes!
That's wrong.
Excellent. Choice is around the corner, oh boy.
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. A clear contradiction of what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. This just isn't like her. Trying to save herself with such a desperate lie. Really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Something else. There's some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier. You vote for me and I die here. The history of the school will stay hidden forever. What a twist! Hey Alex, how's it going? Something only you know. But I can't let that happen. The trap the mastermind has laid for us. I'm trying to figure out who killed someone here. It's a tough one. I was trying to trap Kyoko, but if that's not really true, what can I do? What should I do? What should I? The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mikuru. Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's a lie. The only one who knows it's a lie. Only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. Forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Do I do? Decide right here now whether or not to expose. Run away. Okay, what was the lie? If you could let me know, Cheese. It's going over my head right now. I honestly don't know. So I'm confused what the lie is. Because I know she was out. The fact that she has the Monokuma key. Okay, yeah, I know that. But what's that got to do with anything? Can open every door. Oh, is that what it actually said? That it can do open every single door? I think I missed that part. Oh, I thought it was just for a specific room, and she was still trying to find out which one that was in. I must have totally missed that when it was announced. Jeez. Ah. Did you pursue it or let it go? Dang, that's a good question. Do we trust Kyoko? I mean, she did save us. I'm thinking to let it go. Although I'm really curious what would happen if I run away. But I don't want to have to do the whole trial over again. They'd probably decide I'm guilty. And because I don't want... If Monokuma doesn't know that she has the key, this would let on. I'm gonna let that go, yeah. Made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. No way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
One of those options gives you the bad ending. Oh, man. Yay, I got a good ending! Woohoo!
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
Ooh, bad ending later.
Of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
The mastermind.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto.
It's back to
I
Makoto
don't see
again?
any other option.
Son of a gun.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Oh, Monokuma doesn't like that.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
A mistrial.
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone
Oh,
can
dang.
stop talking now!
Oh, dang. Monokuma the killer.
What? Time's up?
We've never had it happen like this
What
before.
do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Oh, damn.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
The good end comes with a small sacrifice.
Voting time?
Ugh. Oh, this is the first trial I've actually got straight A's. Usually I'd have one B or a C somewhere. Boom. Love it.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you
It's
make
significant,
the
oh
right
dear.
choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
But I... Dave?
Hey, hold on.
Oh, he looks pretty freaked out.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Saving won't help you here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, everybody just auto votes too? Oh, dang! Oh, dang! I guess I was right about Makoto will be dying. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. All wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, damn. So now everybody's going to die. Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
You got it right. Wait, what? Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. No, this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
It makes perfect sense.
shing.
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. I'm going to end it the same way. Oh, interesting.
Chills, kills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Oh, she's upset. Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Wait. I object. Where is my comic? I want a comic showing me how I killed them. I want my comic. I didn't have the time for it. So this is the... I guess is the same thing as the intro. Oh, nope. Oh. Oh, show someone else. Oh, okay. Oof. So, the interesting thing, and now this is where I wake up. After school, listen. Oh wait, so it didn't actually squish me? I went through? Oh no, sorry, it didn't happen yet. And then it stops. Hello! Oh, it's alter ego! Aww. I was like, whoa! The ultimate lucky student indeed. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? What's that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego. Oh, excuse me. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Zero hacked Monokuma. That's why he did not move. He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Okay, bad ending for later. I'm just going to pop it up to the other side. What are you talking about? Like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. That's the stupid virus is gone now. Got it? So is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get smashed him flat, but you're never going to see him again. The waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Oh, don't worry. I'm not watching the bad ending. It's just, it's off on the side. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. Like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Welcome to the beginning of the game! Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It is built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you are scouted from the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah? I'm awake again. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't a classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Yeah. Nope. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Oh, look at all this refuse. A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Of all those punishments and bodies? Yeah. Alright, see you in a bit, Vitalik. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. It's less down here, let's continue the romance. I guess you would say so. Alright, thanks, Vitalik. We'll see you later. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. But I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Nearing the end, perfect. Is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in the school's garbage bin? This is a desk. Probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, wait. There's more. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. And how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was cry. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Is it the next dead body? I watched. The pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Hello, garbage! Ooh. Skeletons! Spooky, scary skeletons. And shivers down my spine. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
I love the hat. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. A problem on her head. Good screw. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake, flipping her hair about, and faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. See, here's the thing. If she went down here... Makoto would have never been able to help her. And he didn't have the Monokuma. Although she has the Monokuma key. So she could have probably just used it on the door and left. If Alter Ego saved her. But then she probably would have hated everyone and wouldn't have saved us. That she just dies? Oh. Why wouldn't Alter Ego save her? Oh well. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Doesn't have your lucky, I guess, eh? Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. We still haven't given up then. Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. And it's way different than the anime, is it? Oh, interesting. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
Maybe the culprit. Maybe. During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but it was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive.
In other words...
So that I can do what I came to the school to do. But yeah, apparently she didn't realize that Alter Ego would save us, so she legit wanted us to die. But that's also the interesting thing is that... Yeah, well, we'll see. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Spill it already! You have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did. Once. Once?
I...
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's exactly like what we had. I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible!
Huh?
Amnesia? Can you not react? I can press A, but then what happens sometimes is you're stuck in a loop. You have to go back and talk to them again. Because you didn't meet the triggers to continue the story. Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Turn into hero, yeah. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So, the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. Well, maybe he didn't know. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it, it's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only made sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Because the mastermind is clear, it's going to be Hero. It's going to throw us all off. Nobody suspects Hero. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen,
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right?
hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, the whisper. Finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Hey, is she the ultimate detective? She has to be. She has to be. You mentioned your ability. Ability, what everyone should have known me for. The ultimate detective! That explains, Cheese, why you were asking me why I was calling her that right from the very beginning of the game. Like, how did you know? It just made the most sense considering how she always knew things. She was able to do everything, like, perfectly. She was the perfect detective. It's like, yeah, it has to be that. Yeah, it's obvious, yeah. I think most people would assume something to that effect. The ultimate detective?
correct.
The reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Ooh. The ultimate onion? Like an onion, she has many layers.
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Ah, then that explains. When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Find a way. No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
no matter
For
what,
the cost.
So,
Yoko, what's going on?
I
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes sense, perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion was that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. I went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
Yeah, Makuro probably helped, but once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Here we go.
however,
Of course, once I got to the second floor, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Has to do with Makuro Ikusawa, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuru Ikusabi was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
Second floor dorms, exciting! Stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial, which means they are breaking their own rules. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. I mean, because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules. With that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? It makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuru Ikusaba. What's that? There's a point when Mukuru may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have been become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the gods of the god of death. Huh? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It has to be the work of the mastermind, an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuru is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad. If true, it means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? Yeah! Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
Right, that is a contradiction. It's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. I'm talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. 2 despairs. Tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem.
That despicable group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that's forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Oh boy. And to be continued right after these messages. You received the Dream Island rocket present. It's too much despair. Oh, Vita, you silly goose, you. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now
Anyway,
we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. You still have the Monokuma key? Did you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. Absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Oh, okay.
That's right.
Open the door!
It's true.
Let's find out. And just watch out. This is the one door it doesn't work on. Keyhole and then click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. I don't know, can you even make a door down there? Well, you know, because reasons. To keep the smell out, you had to close the door. All the rotting food and bodies and stuff? Nah, you don't want that smell just wafting out. The real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution. Ultimate death. Nikolai's the mastermind. It seems that that'd be the obvious answer. But the question is, who's controlling Monokuma? He's with us there. So who's controlling Monokuma at that point? So there's still somebody, there has to be somebody that we haven't met yet. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, of course, they gotta have that upskirt shot. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Look, I'm down under. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There's a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. You've never met the mastermind, however you do know their name. That's what I figured. We couldn't have met them yet. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
Kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains it. She is a Jedi. Before I came here, when was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. She hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the world. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigi detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. I hate you. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? Last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigi family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However...
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Sounds like he severed the ties already. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. But she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. Unusual date, all about climbing those ladders. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Oof. Oof. It's okay. They have tasteful censoring with the little profile pictures there. Grab some dinner and climb a radio tower? Anytime, good time. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I stopped, and because it was dark, she kept climbing, not realizing I'd stopped, and smacked her head right into my bottom. I laughed. Then I continued climbing. Some daddy issues? Yeah. Because when you think about it, I mean, she has no severed. Even saying this to her dad, it's not going to get people to stop looking at her that way. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. Oh, I bet you this comes up at the trash compactor room. But the thing is, there was a padlock on the top. So unless she also thought about that and removed the padlock ahead of time. Yeah, it's locked, exactly. So she had to have thought about that.
Indeed.
Look at the side of this door. Host Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Yeah! Very certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... I knew there was going to have to be something to do with that hatch sooner or later. Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back at Hope's Peak Academy. Coco, thank you. I never would have gone out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. But there's that camera! Right here. Exactly, what about the camera? So, now what do we do? Glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then, let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
We try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. They're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared? Said something like that before, what does it mean?
So...
Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuru's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was? Exactly, when they called time. We can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. Coco hasn't broken any rules, true? Yeah. Now, if anything, the fact that they said that I was guilty and that I had to die when I wasn't the one who killed them, it'd be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Still a little, no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay. No, that was the right button. To the gym. I can't wait to see everybody's face.
Well now.
Hyogo, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are you really going to be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
But what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again.
Angry!
And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However...
Before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
You set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the black and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of that trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that, you must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuru. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? He likes me. He really likes me. You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
Although, oh, she's manipulated pretty hard. She says, now you have refused to be manipulated. Yeah. Here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
Not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. You want to earn our despair fair and square?
that's what we have to do.
Then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for,
Time for one last showdown, one final battle
One
between...
final battle
hope.
between hope and despair.
I'm sorry for talking over you, Kyoko. Please forgive me.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Very.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely
What?
contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. Yeah, he wasn't even done. He agreed. We still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely
and that'll be enough to
myself.
qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. And you'll learn the whole truth. What kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
The ex-top waifu now, oh my. All that bear talk's got you hot and bothered, guitar. Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. You remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. Huh. Oh, he's still not done, Guitar. Still not done. I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
Just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking!
really angry.
I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? I'm so mad. He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey,
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You really going to let me go? You mean Mokuma's a student? Yep. Those cookies? Oh my goodness. Mokuru is dead. It's true. I don't even care anymore. You're all going to get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Mokoto, let's go. Okay. Mokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Let's talk to her! Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. When was it the mastermind let their guard down?
So,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yep. Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. Reason?
so...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They want to show the world?
It would
The
seem...
mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So, the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? Nani? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. The kind of thing that nobody but those who would call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
When despair like hearts and... Oh, hearts and darkness and Kingdom Hearts. You gotta believe in your heart. Oh, what guitar? Don't you miss me? Oh, come on, guitar. Come hug the mouse. Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mouse from down south, oh dear. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least.
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. In my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
Where did Junko go again? She attacked Monokuma. She kicked him, I believe is what it was. Started attacking him, and as such, spikes erupted all around the place, and she got speared. She's like the first one to die. To prove a point. Get them cookies. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they had violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Do you get enough time to actually explore her possibilities outside of school zone? Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. Just the school mode? Okay. I wasn't sure if you could otherwise. Okay. I don't remember that far back. Yeah, that's how I explode those possibilities, guitar. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were... Oh yes, I read that. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. It looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? She's the ultimate gambler as well. Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. We can't defeat the mastermind. It'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however, However,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others. Flooded with information. I know it's going to be. Oh my god. Stuff is going to be happening
Shall we
since
go?
then. I mean, a whole day has passed, right? Probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Actually, yes. Ooh, that big yawn out of nowhere. Out of nowhere! Everything! Hey, this is the dorms. Hello? Can I go in her room?
just a second.
Oh, fine. Okay, we don't need Taka. Don't need Mondo. Oh, can I go in my room? I can't head back yet. Oh, fine. What's this guy doing? His room, is he inside?
Hey,
Don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. All right. That's one down. Just watch. All of them are part of the despair, and they're wondering why it's not over. Coco's room, is she inside?
hey,
Oh, where are they? That just leaves. Nina's room?
hey,
Oh boy. Dining hall. Did she say dining hall? I thought she said dormitory rooms.
hey.
Obviously, my whole brain is just exploded and I am not taking in information. Yeah, it's nighttime. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering where they are. They're not in their rooms, because she said the dormitory. Something we were greeted with. Oop. Hello? Scriggly giggly diggly doo. Scriggly diggly diggly da. Physically burp. Oh no, what is happening to me? Who again? One, two, two, 1, 2, 5, 5. Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached his limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Yeah!
Is that Makoto?
Look how excited they are to see me!
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach. You
Oh,
know that?
did the voice compression not work properly on that? I apologize. I'll have to look into that, but a more aggressive one. It's supposed to clip it down.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Yeah, ghost. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived and voted for me. As I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Dude, they all voted to kill you. Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
No time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened to Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? It's okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Whoa! Dead Fish Gaming, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciated that. How you doing today? Welcome. We have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makuro killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me or any of you. And then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? It didn't sound like it was easy, I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to. The power couple. No! No! She's mine! Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? It's our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone! No!
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? Finally, things the way they are and finally being wrapped with Master! I mean, I want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive last final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Makuro and the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time, the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Don't win yet. Do it. I'm going to push the win button right now. Oh, I missed. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? And working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Oh, excuse me. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words,
The mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro. Then, as Kyoko says, the mastermind would have to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. But then the mastermind is? There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Makuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones left still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? My ultimates would come in here, so Hero must be an ultimate. Yeah, he's the ultimate mastermind.
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. I mean, I could see it. Because who would see someone that stupid doing such silly things all the time? But wait, can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. Yaka, Hina, Ghost, Hero can bring despair to us sometimes. If it is one of these people here, Byaku is the only one that's smart enough to actually know all the knowledge and pull a lot of this stuff apart. However, I still don't know how Monokuma is being controlled when they're all the students are present and accounted for, because Monokuma is also responding to them, so it's not like it's a preset. Or is it? No, because he's always continually there's somebody who's continually speaking out that he responds to, though, over the course of the game. No, because he talks to everyone. So that's the part I don't understand. I mean, they're all ultimate student, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. Can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Thank you, Makoto. Thank you. I know, that's the thing. We've never been introduced to her. Like, we've seen the body, but that's it. But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they just snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have known someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
But maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Boom. Oh, you've talked to her, you just don't realize it. Interesting. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible. They directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Okay, this is all what I was just talking about. I like how the game actually covered all this discussion that we just had. Well then.
This is a school announcement.
A body has been discovered.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the
Oh.
school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very monogamous of him to unlock the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. Boop. I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byaku left the dining hall. Master, then take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Toko's ultimate is the ultimate fiction writer. Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. It's totally your source. Bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're going to go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right.
Hmm,
Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
you know?
In that case, I'm going to go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm going to use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Haha. So, I don't know if you've noticed it this entire time. It's been under our noses, everyone. If you look at how Hiro's wearing his coat, it's on him. His hands aren't through the sleeves. Just like the coat that was put on her body. Okuru's body. Clearly he doesn't know how to put on coats, so he thought putting that on would be perfectly acceptable. I don't care if it was on backwards. Still. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same thing.
But-
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'Cause, I mean,
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. You can hear it doesn't make you an ultimate of anything. Yeah. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you had been there, I would have died. Had been. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say.
but,
Still, I don't know. I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I go off and do it all on my own. Hey, see you later. Well, Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining room hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh, ow! So you're going to go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just use us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
so then.
Oh, we better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Okuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. So we can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Okay. No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Don't hit me! Okay. It's gone, it's only me, I can explore. I believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. Expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. We got the cool music again. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Makuro's Okuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but those were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. Where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Morokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, we'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Freeze the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Oh my god! The check has been added to the truth sections bullet of your handbook. For a moment there when the BGM came up, I thought that was timed. I was like, oh no! Alright, so. I would like to first go to... I have no idea. Nurse's office, AV room. No, no, no. I actually kind of wanted to go to the headmaster's room. Lab, here. I forget which room, which one that is on. Oh, why luck. There's the data center there. Headmaster's room, excellent. I want to check out this room first. Because we already know it's been trashed. Yes, we'll get to that, because we have to go there anyways. How presidential. Oh dear. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Takuya. What did you find? Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes? Do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. The student roster. Class number 78. Student registry? Contains profiles for all of us. And Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently
words,
class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student. Must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. First page? Correct. Makuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. Her twin. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Makuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you have to ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Makuro reappears suddenly, and in the background, entity floats, close but just out of reach. Entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Makuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Makuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I'll be forced to take all reasonable measures. Makuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Makuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Makuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Makuro was capable of. Plus, would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Makuro was.
what?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. And I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say? The chance this body isn't actually Makuro? What are you saying? That's actually what I was starting to think. Because it has several wounds on it. She's never been wounded. It was actually technically as strong as Sakura. Oh, dang. Firstly, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. And back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Makuro's profile has been added to the truth section. Oh, and one last thing. A bit of advice for me to use. I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. Not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. But what are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? My hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. We got some books. Bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with books. With files and thick books. Don't think we need to worry about looking at the camera. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Class number 78, student registry. Apparently, that's us. Has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Makuro. Just like us, Makuro is apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Makuro Kusama, part of the ultimate despair. Which means her and the mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. Monitor, and the same sword. There's trophies and even a shield in the display case. Cool. We're done. So now let's go to the data center because it's literally just right over here, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah! Same floor, so why not? Let's go to the Monokuma area. Hey, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But,
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
cause,
It might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. I race over to the nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Damn you, Hina. Throwing me to the wolves like that. It is controls. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
what the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a
this
second.
place is like #1 gross. It's in a way a whole different league of creepy. The control room. Oh, like, oh, there's a hatch. Oh. What's this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. Really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. It kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. And could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm going to start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just throw whatever, something like this. But it was too late. I was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. What did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it's that one, the one that says data center. Data center? Took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just show you out from over here. Some kind of hatch on the floor. Right now, oh, fine. I'll go check out the data center. Hello! Did I just hear what I think I heard? He heard me through the monitor. Is that Monokuma? Hey! Rawr! Rawr! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Oh man, busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Here's who it is. Alright, I saw that hatch. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? That you're controlling just now with Monokuma? Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this controlled room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Roko's theory was right.
But
What? If the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But where's the mastermind now? Spying. That is true. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. Only people take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. And the mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way. Right? What? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Hey. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... Well, the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like... Want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Hey, you want to get going? Yeah. I'm not done yet. For real? Like, this is an important piece of evidence. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door just locked on its own. What? I shot out and grabbed the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Cool.
just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey.
For your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Oh my gosh. So in other words, that's why I couldn't go there. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. That room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Rectamundo!
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense. We're just in there. We didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Ooh, are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hat? I wanted to! Okay, so Cheese, just let me know. If I had done the hatch first, could have I checked it? Or was it always... something would have happened where I couldn't have checked the hatch? No way, the hatch on the floor? Too bad, that was your one big chance and y'all blew it. It's not possible, okay, good.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever. Okay, there you go. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. Gone, but
So,
you tell the truth, Mastermind was hiding in there? Actually, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. When Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. Right. There's one thing I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm out. See you later. Yeah, took off at full sprint. I have to do what I can too. The only way forward. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay. Mappity map. So that was the data center. That was the headmaster's room. So we need to also go visit the garden again. Ah, the biolab's new though. I want to see this biolab with raw meat. Oh, hello. Here I am in the biolab. So cold. Into the girls' bathroom. Technically, if you said everything's unlocked. It's more the girls' locker room in the pool. That one I wasn't allowed in. Well, he said the doors are unlocked, not that the ones that you're not allowed to. Yeah. It's so cold. Like, abnormally cold. I feel like I'm a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay, so we've got a camera. We'll work with how cold it is in here. We've got a frozen panel. Just hanging from the monitor. We've got sheets. A stack of tarps. Been seeing a lot of these things lately. It's so cold. Why is it so cold here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Okay. Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Those look like where they'd freeze bodies. Yeah, I saw the tarps. I realized on the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, some kind of weird machine or something built in the wall. Oh, that's it. I think this is kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. A fridge for storing dead bodies. I mean, this biolab is actually a morgue? Probably take a closer look around. Okay. Right hand lights are off. Okay. I want to look inside! Does any of his died on this little room? Okay, I'm guessing it's not letting me look inside. Pamphlet here. Okay, looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to this germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. Ah, in the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. Exterior stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. So in other words, she could have been killed at any time and then just stored there. Some cool loose, yes. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. Some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret. Okay. And about those lights by each slot. Looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. I mean, inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is. Now that my emotions take control right now, there's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. That's defeat the mastermind. To do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Do I have any other options? Open it up! Open them up! Oh. Come on. Come on. Disappointing. Fine, I can't open it. That's very disappointing. I wanted to open them. I wanted to. Fine, we'll go count the lights because... Okay, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. A lot of which we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Nice. It says there's 7. Which, when you go along with that, along with the report card here, we have Makoto, who's alive, Yakuya, Hiro, Yoko, Hina, and Togo, 6. Myself, 7. Okay, cool. So... It is out, not in the fridge. Was there anything else in this room? Oh, right, the garden again. Kind of don't want to go to the garden and the dojo until after I visited everywhere else, in case there's other things. Okay, so it was these stairs, I believe. Correct? Yes, because they look all fancy. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. I have to. Oh dear lord. This is the second floor of the dorms? Like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Oh. Blood? Hello? Hello, is anybody out here? Still blood all over the floor. Oh dear. That is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. But I got a monokoi! Ha ha! The door just a crack, glanced inside, immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Well, that was... nothing in here. But also, like she stated, there are no... they're not useless, they're good for achievements. Girl's bathroom, even a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Come on, buddy, you're supposed to be looking everywhere, bro. Why is this bathroom so clean? Hasn't even been touched. What is this, a giraffe? The same thing in playthrough. Yeah, it's like, what the heck? Oh, hello. Nice Egyptian eye. The eye of Osiris, I think? I could be wrong about what that is. Oh, actually, I wanted to quickly check something here. Yes. Oop. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Host Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Some of them are bolted for whatever reason. A plate mounted to the locker. Really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. There's mono coins! That's what's inside. Imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm going to bother trying. This one's fine. Or if I open this one. Nope, it's locked. Card reader installed on the door. Oh, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floors. Use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran across the card reader, and then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to go through that for every single locker. Lebu. Oh my god. Oh my good lord. Do I really have to go through that whole line of text for every locker? Welcome to lockers. Ugh. Okay. What? At least I'm getting coins. Now, the thing is, I realize I can go down and look at getting the dead people's books and trying all of them, but you never know if one of these would suddenly open. Yeah, I mean this is already the last locker. No. No lockers. I think we just have these crunched ones. Yep. Alright, well that was that. Just making one last sweep. Well, that was a fun... I mean, they attempted to tell you that it would be a lot... that none of us would be able to open it. They tried to tell us and warn us. I was like, don't bother. You can't open it. And yet I still tried. Oh, dang. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
The headmaster's private room. Coco!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. I've decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? What's your regret? Coco looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. You didn't want to check the bed. That's a secret panel, like if you could ever tell. Okay, things are overlapping. Desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Can I... There's 3 things that's popping up. Okay, so there's a chair. Leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. Some of us have been the headmasters. And then probably the actual computer itself. PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. Yeah. But the desk, oh, it's such a rich mahogany. And look at how well the edges have been sanded and rounded. Oh, beautiful desk. Whoever used this last, the PC still has some search results left on it. Might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words...
Ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. A group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. For the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
That's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
I guess that's the best he could do, is a complete Kiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added. Oh my gosh, look at them all. There's a bunch. I know her one regret is looking at the computer because their search history was not deleted. That was the one regret. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. That's some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here. Not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. And do it! Oh, what? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes, so easy. I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. Can't really go from there. You're right, that's not really enough to go on.
it's true.
Looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. Learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. Bet you his password's Kyoko. I bet you. The hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we'll need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure? Oh, yeah. Yes,
Well.
11037. It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Or... You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Sure. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name. As were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Beep. What? I did it? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Why? Kyoko? Could it be that was his one big regret in life? Now look at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Nice job, you smart as Makoto. Hey, I don't know if that's a compliment or a... Hey, Kyoko? As well, not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. It made it so unusual. It's his severed head. Oh, wait. We're going to ignore that for now. Better check out this. Oh, fine. Koto will go check out the present. Redly colored box here seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising probably. Hmm?
It would seem...
It is, if it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? If you're saying something that'll make me want to scream, it's a head. What's in the box? What's in the box? I'm just going to open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Remember the execution at the very beginning of this game with the spaceship? Faintly, I'd need to watch it again, but I do remember the spaceship, yes. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have to guess what was inside. Human bones! Just as you thought? How could you known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. It was father's execution? Pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? Is this Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Well, hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So, the same person may very well be the mastermind who's planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step at Help Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who are still alive at the start of the killing games were us 16 students. You put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Yoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to this school. Like I am revealing myself right now, climbing up this ladder. I was never wearing a tie. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigi detective would never do. She really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Where's the tie in the family? Aw, yeah. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look, but I don't think Yoko would like it.
hey,
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. All I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
Just because he didn't have anything else. Could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
no, if...
He couldn't even handle a job like this. He would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Oh, he's got this on this picture. All faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko?
Why would you?
I searched from the bottom to the top. That's exact. Well, this is annoying. Came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. What do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. A picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Program behind. Alter father. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? Wanted to face him and tell myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. The whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. This time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Never been a worse father. Yoko? My goodness. Well, we do have one last piece right here. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really... Okay, yes. I have permission already.
Because...
You don't mind. We've got the results of the test back, and you are not the father. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, is this an e-handbook? Oh my gosh! In case of emergency, no! Oh, for crying out loud!
In other words,
A book with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I assume that's what it is. I think you're probably right. I know! More lockers now!
It would seem...
I prove useless to continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh, Kyoko? I don't need it. If you want to, go ahead and leave it here. But then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Yes.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto, huh? Can I ask you a favor? The ultimate opener of lockers.
so...
It was completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it only inconvenienced you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just
to
a second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
It's just a theory. A game theory. Ah! Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. It is she really okay? It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. The game of fairies, do 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 do. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Or like dead master. Oof, too soon, Fino, too soon. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a trip. Yes, okay, we've gone through this already a bunch of times. 15 of us met in the main hall. In the mail hall. And Makuro to the... Add Makuro to the next thing, you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. That's right, the mail hall. Technically, he's not wrong, because that's where the mailbox is, right? That all the dead things go. So... Not fully wrong. Even Makuro. Even she's undeniably dead. The ones still left alive are... me. Yakuya. Hiro. Toko. That even the real Toko. Ina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Because we haven't seen Genocide Jill for a little bit now. After the explosion. I don't know that. But then the body was there beforehand. No, that can't be. I refuse to believe. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Yeah, we'll leave the area. Lockers. Okay, we'll finish up this lockers and then we'll be closing on the stream. Hold on. I can't hold on. I can't. Gonna check for balls. Wait, what? You make a good point. And we were laughing at the fact that their measurements were in there. 35. Because it was a 32. 32. 35. Okay. So it can't be Hina. It could be Kyoko. What about? She. 31. It's not the real Kyoko over there. Check movie. Took the emerging handbook and ran across the card reader and beep. Just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. See anything that might be a clue. Gee, thank you. Oh, it's so much faster this time. Don't see anything. So much faster. Thank you, game. It's like they were trying to tell me, stop looking at the freaking lockers. You'll get something open just later. Ugh. Ooh, hello. Practically empty. I don't see anything in here. Over 9,000. There's just one thing in some kind of pocket. Name written, so I can't see whose it is. That's some writing side. Could be important. Oh, come on! You don't like... Just take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Okay, person from TKS is still streaming. You like what you see it? Well, Cade. I guess I should go see who else is streaming then. Obviously not me. Let's see here. I still see the Curly Crew up, so I guess if I click onto it. Oof. Clearly it's not me. He just came to make it think it was me, but it's not. Oh! Why you give me such hope, Kate? You give me such hope and you dash it across the ground. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous, huh? My beard isn't as floofy as his. We each have our own special beards. Flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Makoto. Who happens to be, oh, never mind, to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster. Only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you will be willing to go along with this plan. That's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Kyoko. Does she have multiple personalities? This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. Couldn't be anyone else. But this belongs to Kyoko. What was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She says she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. However, we've all also had our memories erased, right? I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. This so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Double rainbow. What does it mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind. It started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was just messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Intriguing. Noshing. And now for the last locker. Oh, hello. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever belongs to it probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This looks like a bunch of hero stuff. This is a crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. All kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of study. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yashihiro, yep. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside that notebook was written Yashihiro Hagakure. This is our Yashihiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. And Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. We're all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh, apparently I missed the incense. This deck of playing cards. No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for foretelling fortunes? Just a coincidence, right? Nope. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? Why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Ooh. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff. But as I said, the locker there was going to be the end of the stream tonight. However, for those of you that were not here, or at the beginning of the stream, I made a special announcement. I'm actually doing a bonus stream tomorrow, where we'll be continuing this, to make up for the fact that I missed out on the Wednesday stream last week. I want to do a bonus stream, make it up to everyone. So that being the case, what I will probably do is I will work on finishing this game tomorrow, and then once it's done, then we'll end the stream, and then we will finish the we'll start Danganronpa 2 on Wednesday. Bonus, make it up to me, and then everyone. That's right, Anna. Specifically to you first. What I will do is I'm going to go into the kitchen right after this stream. I'm going to go into the kitchen. I'm going to open the fridge door, and then I'm going to pull out a container of chili, and I'll post a picture of it in my Discord just for you. It's not going to be pretty, I'm going to warn you. It's just going to be in a Tupperware container, but this way you can see it. Does that mean you're not going to leave the school and continue to kill? Maybe. We'll see. Ooh. You want pretty? No! You don't get pretty. No one gets pretty from me. Although I am actually getting a little hungry, so maybe we'll see about sprucing it up. I don't have any garlic bread this time, I'm sorry. We'll return to main menu here, because I say, you know what, I'm going to save again. You know that classic video game problem where you save, but you're not 100% certain that it properly saved? So then you save again. And then that's it. Alright, so anyways, you have yourselves a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll see you all again tomorrow for the epic conclusion of Danganronpa. Trigger something or other. I can't remember the full name of it. I'm going to look it up. Where is it? Trigger Happy Havoc. Found it just as cheese posted. Alright, so hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all next time.